to the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. Indiana in the Morning, we're brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. We are joined in the studio this morning as we continue our conversation on the Spruce Artists Residency program. Natalie, you brought along a guest with you today as well. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. The Spruce Artists Residency program, we've heard about that in past programs here on Indiana in the Morning, but bring us up to date on what's continuing with that.
Maybe I'll kick that over to Ariana.
Yes,
Ariana.
hello. Yes, hi, so my name is Ariana Sarwari. I'm the Assistant Director of the Spruce Arts Residency. So what we have is artists coming from all over the country and also internationally as well, and we have them staying for 1 week for up to 2 months or even longer if they'd wish to. And they just come to Indiana County and really take in the environment and just sort of hold themselves up in their studios and start creating art while they're here. And then they'll have solo shows, they'll have artist talks, and they just really try to involve the community in this arts community that we're just trying to really build up. So yeah, we have an artist talk tomorrow at Artist Hand, and then we have a solo show on Saturday at the Clark Gallery, which is at 637 Philadelphia Street. We'll have signs up, so yeah, come join us.
Now, how do the folks get selected to be a part of this?
We have a panel. We have people apply online. We put the application up on a bunch of different sites, and then we have a bunch of artists apply, and then we have a panel, and we just select who gets invited, and then we have our fingers crossed that people want to come and join us.
When did the first artist start to arrive in Indiana?
June.
Okay.
So we're relatively new, but we're really, really kicking it up this month. We had up to 7 artists at a time, and we're really just trying to get people coming continuously and just helping things grow here.
What types of arts are you looking for?
Anything. We have visual artists, we have painters, we have sculptors, we have fabric artists, we have installation artists, performances. We also have writers, and we can welcome musicians as well. Just about anything you want. Just anyone who needs some time to work on their art.
Okay, so in Indiana right now, enjoying our wonderful community, is Natalie. You want to get a little bit closer to the microphone?
Sure.
There? It's okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, and what your experiences have been so far while you've been here in Indiana.
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn. I'm here for a month. I've been here for about 2 weeks so far. So far, it's been great. I've just been walking around town, walking my dog, taking her to Whitewoods, visiting the farmer's market, and then the rest of the time in the studio, making a lot of work.
Have you had a chance to visit the facility across the street in honor of Mr. Stewart?
No, I'm going to do that after my show opens. I told Ariana this morning, I'm like, finish all the work, then see all that fun stuff.
Now, what is your art specialty? What do you like to create?
I do painting and drawing,
Okay.
and for the last couple of years, all the work that I've been doing has come from Google Earth. So I find things in Google Earth that are interesting, or especially where the program glitches, where it's not quite right, and then I paint them or I draw them as exactly as I can. So they become kind of a new world from this mix of the real world and the photographed world.
Is that landscaping types of
Sometimes,
things?
yeah. The work that I'm working on here, the last body work I did was all very urban, very New York City, and the work that I've been doing here has become very nature focused. And I wasn't really planning that or expecting it, but I think it has just kind of happened from being here.
So you're actually going out throughout Indiana County, finding a place, sitting down, and putting that image on a piece of paper or a canvas, right?
But I'm going out and finding it on my phone instead of finding it in the real world. Just go on the map, and I can go wherever I want and paint any landscape that I want through my phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different way of working.
Yeah, it is. I would think that you'd want to be there in person, but...
Well, what I'm interested in is not actually the what it really looks like, but how the computer messes it up. So you get kind of like the middle between the real place and a crazy computer abstraction.
Okay, now how many pieces do you expect to complete while you're here?
I'm making some little drawings, and my goal is to do 15 of those for my show, which is a week from Saturday. And then I'm also making an installation, which is all based on Indiana County. That's going to be images generated from Google of Indiana County, and it's going to be installed kind of in the place that the images are from.
Now, you mentioned you will have a show coming up. Tell us where that will be and when that will take place.
Yep, that's the 24th at the Clark Gallery, which is 637 Philadelphia Street on the 3rd floor, and it's going to be opening on the 24th from 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay, now we've had a lot of artists from Brooklyn and New York, but I'm noticing nobody has a Brooklyn accent, which leads me to believe that you're not originally from New York.
That is correct.
So now the question is, where is home for you, or where was home?
I grew up in Connecticut,
Okay.
and then I moved to New York when I was 18 for college. So Indiana County definitely harkens back to my childhood a little more of the energy that I grew up around.
Did you know anything about this area before you came for your visit?
Not anything whatsoever. I just responded to a call for applications, and as an artist, a lot of the job is just sending out applications. You just apply to a lot of stuff, and then afterwards you're like, well, the way I do it is afterwards I'm like, if I get in, I'll figure out what's good, what makes sense. So then I just started reading about it after I got in. It was like, it seemed like a really exciting opportunity and place, and it's been great.
What have been the biggest surprises so far since you've been here?
Oh, the biggest surprises. I was expecting to come and really hole myself up in the studio and just work. But the Spruce has created such a great community of artists, and this is such a great community that's been like a lot more social and friendly and meeting a lot more people than I expected to.
Now, when the artists come to Indiana, where do they stay? Do you have a place for them to?
Yes, we have a whole set of apartments. We provide housing for them, and then they also have their studios, which are just a couple of blocks away in either direction. So everything is very close and accessible, so artists can have their living situation and have their studios, and also be around everything that's on Philadelphia Street.
Now, I would imagine it takes a little bit of money and funding while these folks are here. Where does that come from?
We're working on it. So the funding essentially comes directly from us or from the artists who are paying their fees while they're here. But we're also currently working on a grant from the Pennsylvania Council of the Arts, and we're working towards becoming one of the finalists so we can get some money coming in and help support this even further and even bring more arts programming into Indiana County.
Where did the idea first come from for this type of program, to bring artists from all over the country, I guess all over the world, right? They just don't have to be from the United States. Where did that all start?
Hannah Harley is the director of this program. She is originally from Indiana, and she saw that there already was a strong arts community here, but there were so many spaces that were available, and she was like, why can't we make art here? Why can't we bring artists in here? And it was just her brainchild, and she made it all happen within a matter of months, and I'm in awe of everything that she does. But she was just so passionate about enriching this community even further, and she made it happen. Yeah.
How long is your program going to continue? Do you have people booked up for how many months?
We've had applications. We're working on the applications for basically from September onward, and we have people slated up until August, essentially. So we're just going to keep having it open, and hopefully it just keeps rolling onward.
Now, Natalie, when you're finished, will you sit down and put together some of the thoughts and experiences that you had while you were here so that other people who are looking can look at that and say, boy, that sounds like a great place to visit?
Sure. I mean, I definitely think, in artist communities, so much is word of mouth. And already each of us who have been here have our own networks that are getting all this information and seeing our Instagrams and seeing how much fun we're having. And so I'm sure it'll just kind of keep snowballing.
Have you done a program like this before, where you visited some other places?
I have. I've done a couple. I did one in Austria years ago.
Okay.
And I did one in Buenos Aires. It's a very kind of, it's a kind of common thing for artists, this idea of artist residencies. It's how a lot of artists live and work, because it's very expensive to have a studio in New York City.
Right, and it's not like you're a musician where you can go to give a concert,
Right.
and travel and have somebody pay and come out with a little bit of cash at the end. So
Yeah.
I imagine it takes a lot of individual dedication to do something like this.
It does.
Are you getting a lot of help from the community?
Yes, we really are. We've been working a lot with Artist Hand. We've been working with IUP. We're just having all the Indiana Council of the Arts. We're just having all these people just really show their support because they realize what a strong program and what a strong idea this is. And we're having so much support from the community, and we really appreciate it. Yeah.
Are there any local artists who would like to become a part of this program and head out somewhere that you've talked to?
That's what we've been hoping for. Yeah, we're putting out the posters, and we're trying to talk to local artists because we'd love to have them and collaborate with them and let them have shows in our gallery and artist talk and all of that. And so, Spruce Artists Residency. If you're interested, we'd love to talk to local artists.
Can you give us an idea of some of the upcoming folks that will be here? Do you know that far ahead?
Yeah, sure. I mean, right now we have a few artists. We have an installation artist from South Korea. We have a writer coming in soon. We have a bunch of painters. We have video artists. We have people from all over the place, and basically all over the place artistically, just coming together. And it's really great because everyone can collaborate with each other as well and really get to know each other's art. So yeah, it's a good time.
Any musicians on your list? that you
Not
know?
yet, but
Uh-huh.
we'd love to have some musicians. That would be so fun for us. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we'd love to have them here on Indiana in the Morning.
Oh, that would be perfect. Yes.
Anything, Natalie, that you'd like to really do before you have to leave Indiana that you haven't done yet?
Oh, well, I feel like I'm very lucky that my show's on Saturday and then I have another week.
Okay.
So I want to go, what's it called? Yellow Creek.
See?
I want to go there. I got to go to the Jimmy Stewart Museum. You know,
Okay.
I'm pretty focused on the studio right now.
All
but
right, I'm sure we will keep you busy
Yes.
with visiting Indiana County. Ladies, thank you so much
Thank you.
for stopping by, and we're glad that you were able to spend some time here in Indiana County. Of course, we are the Christmas tree capital of the world and the home of Mr. Jimmy Stewart. We are Indiana in the Morning, WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM.